Hello and welcome back to episode 32 of Holly Sawyer's journey through the Commonwealth Wasteland, and part 2 of her going through the Vault-Tec Vault-Tec workshop. So we'll just start things off coming over here and talking to the Overseer.
Our first vault residence. What a moment. But, on to business. Exercise is an inherently selfish activity. Instead of using every hour, every minute, to further the goals of the community, a resident instead improves their body past the minimum requirements. Vault-Tec has devised a solution. The Power Cycle 1000. While you pedal, you provide raw power to the vault. A perfect answer to an inherently counterproductive practice.
Settlements can always use power.
Precisely. The prototype is far from perfect. There were incidences during its R&D. Maybe even the stray cerebral hemorrhage.
What? Overseer?
Oh, Clem. Don't worry yourself. This model won't suffer from those defects.
Oh, good.
Well, probably. Let me download the schematic to your Pip-Boy. Build it and attach a terminal to choose the parameters of the experiment. Work Clem hard. Give me power.
Alright, so now I get to start messing with my people here. Let's see. The other thing that I need is not in there. It's going to be in power, I believe. First, I need my vault wall connector. That allows us to use the copious amounts of power from the reactor. And I also need, let's see, where would the computer be? Is that under miscellaneous? Yes, terminal. Alright, let's go ahead and move this back just a little bit. Connect these two.
Everyone's tired.
Power cycle experiment. Additional power production, sustained usage incentives, and environmental enhancer are your options that you can choose. The environmental enhancer is completely useless, to be completely honest. You can look at the R&D lead notes. Dr. Riley's team took a different direction in their trials. Despite objections, they posited that if the Power Cycle 1000 was associated with natural positive feedback, that production would be enhanced. Using strong aromatic essential oils, e.g. lavender and sweet orange, the Power Cycle prototype elicited a strong initial impression. A sub-audible soundtrack of gentle waves lapping on a beach were added. The power production of this experiment was a dismal failure. Note: I don't think Ted was working out, Dr. Braun. So, yeah, completely useless. So, the only two that are useful for your settlements are additional power production and sustained usage incentives. I like the sustained usage, and that's probably what I'll go with. But let's go ahead and look at additional power production. Lead notes. By administering electric shocks when the subject's rotations per minute dips below acceptable levels, the amount of power generated can be increased. Voltage decreased by 50% after several failed experiments. See Autopsy 130K and 130L. Note: keep a fire extinguisher nearby just in case. So that's not really thinking very nicely about my settlers. And the one I like, the sustained usage. Over the many trials, we found that some test subjects would present physical resistance to power cycle testing. Using coercive or psychological force to maintain the power cycle could prove problematic in vaults with minimal security personnel. By discreetly injecting small dosages of buff out, not only will the test subject pedal longer and faster, but potentially they'll associate the narcotic effects with the activity. Only tested this once in lab. After 43 hours of continuous pedaling, the test subject experienced cardiac arrest. Recommend lowering the dosage for the full trial. So, yeah, obviously, she hasn't had any problems with chem use herself.
Need more beds down here.
I know we need more beds. Okay, so Dan's hated that. Noted. You don't like chems.
This is all
Gotcha.
there is to it? So I'll keep pedaling. This is kind of fun. Whoa, that was... Wow. Oh, boy. I'm feeling really good. This cycle's the best! Whee! Exercise sucks.
While he's pedaling away, I'm just going to go ahead and throw down some basic sleeping bags here to keep them happy. So we've got 5 people, 2 beds. That's actually counting my bed upstairs. They're not allowed that bed. That's my bed. There, you got 10 beds
I'm new
here.
around here. I wanted to introduce myself.
I don't have any food or water going at this point in time either.
The power cycle is just the best! Man, wow!
Yes, it is. I believe I'm just waiting 2 hours or 1 hour for him. No, not that one, this one. Yeah, let Kim ride for an hour. So it should be just about done.
I'm so bored.
There
Some
you go.
people complain, not me. Just happy to be here.
Why is this sitting here? I'll take those. Okay, everybody should step away from that. He's about to blow it up. It's gonna happen. You were standing right in it.
I just keep pedaling?
Yes, you just keep pedaling.
There ain't enough beds to go around.
You're lying. There's totally enough beds. There's 10 beds, 5 people. Totally enough beds.
All this pedaling, there's a point to it, right?
Yeah, and it should be over by this point, shouldn't it? 6:48 p.m. is what it is now. There we go. And he blew it up. And he's dead. So let's just go ahead and repair that.
If you
real
have the
quick.
time to talk
Excuse
now,
me.
I'd still like to know what you think about
I'm
Scribe Halo.
sorry. I broke your vault. I just got so excited and I wanted to do a good job and I kept pedaling faster and faster. And then the whole vault went kablooey. Please don't kick me out.
All right.
I was looking at the data for the power cycle. The power output of the unit was, well, acceptable.
Is that test done already? I want to do more. Woo.
My, such enthusiasm. Perhaps I underestimated the advantages of applied narcotics.
Once I do your next thing, can I go back and cycle?
For the next experiment, We'll need something from outside. Vault-Tec subcontracted out chemical research to Hallucinogen Incorporated. It was supposed to be delivered before. Well, before. But with the mail service out of commission, other arrangements must be made.
I'll be back before you know it.
Excellent. Just grab a package for Overseer Barstow. Once we have that, we can start the next experiment.
Okay, so out to Hallucinogen, which is a little ways off. Let me tick that one off. I believe Dance actually wants to talk to me too. What's he got to say?
There's a point to
Hey.
it, right?
Awaiting your... If you have the time to talk now, I'd still like to know what you think about Scribe Halen.
She's as dedicated as they come. A real team player.
I couldn't agree more. But I wasn't looking for an evaluation of her performance as a scribe. I wanted to know what you thought of Halen as a person.
As a person. It's not like you to ask me something like that.
No, it's not. The truth is, I'm worried about her. Since you and I are getting along so well, I felt like I could confide in you about it, to get your honest opinion.
I appreciate that you value my opinion so highly. Tell me what's on your mind.
Let me explain everything from the beginning. A few months before you found us, one of my men was shot multiple times by raiders. Halen stayed by that knight's side for 2 days straight, without sleep, fighting to keep him alive. But he was on a slow decline. I decided that his suffering needed to end, and ordered Halen to administer an overdose of painkillers, so he could die with dignity. Even though I'm certain she wanted to continue fighting for that knight's life. She injected him without question.
She did the right thing.
Of course she did. But the decision whether or not to ease that soldier's suffering isn't the point here. The point is what happened later that same evening. Halen approached me while I was on watch. She didn't say a word, but I could tell something was wrong. After what felt like an eternity, she collapsed into my arms, crying. I didn't know what to do, so I just held her for a while. A few minutes later, she stopped, kissed me on the cheek, and simply said, "Thank you," before heading back into the police station. Right then it hit me. Maybe I pushed her too hard. I ordered her to ignore her instincts, to do something her medical training told her was wrong. That's why I'm worried about her, and for that matter, everyone under my command.
Halen will be fine. It's you that I'm worried about.
Me? I see what you're getting at. I guess I never thought of it that way. Look, 4 soldiers. Over half of my team are gone. Each one of them died because of decisions that I made. I understand the risks that come with the job. We all do. But how can anyone have confidence in me anymore? Hell, how can I have confidence in myself?
The way you held Halen tells me that you care about them. And they care about you.
I never thought of it that way. Well, looks like things have taken a turn. I signed up to be your sponsor, so I teach you everything that I know. But it looks like I'm the one that needed the lesson today. All joking aside, I'm pleased that we had this discussion. And with all the problems you're facing, you still took the time to listen. It's comforting to know that I can speak to you as more than just your commanding officer.
Does this mean you'd be there to hold me if I ever needed it?
I don't know. I never thought you'd ask me something like that. It would depend on the circumstances, but I suppose we'll just have to see what happens when the time comes. Anyway, thanks for letting me get that off my shoulders. I think it's been weighing on me more than I realized. I'm only sorry you had to see me at my worst, instead of at my best. Vault-Tec created some of the best technology man had to offer.
Yes, they did. Unfortunately, they were all psychopaths. Anyway, let's see. I need a place to drop off things that are going to be picked up by enemies that I don't want picked up by enemies. Okay, these weigh 1 apiece. Nope, don't want that. So let's see. Let's just go back in here. Dog meat. That way. Containers. Oh, this is not where I want to be. Down here. Furniture, containers. And just give me a cooler. And I'll stuff that over here next to the overseer. You have to get through the overseer to be able to get to my explosives. I trust her to be able to guard these. There we go.
So, I just keep pedaling?
But you're done with that. Just have fun, dude. Man, he loves that thing. And that's why I like using the buff out, because Clem loves it. Alright. So let's see where this is going to take me. And I will pause through loading screens. I didn't realize that my power armor was this damaged. I don't have a power armor stand here. I wonder if I have the stuff to build one.
Some people complain, but not me. Just happy to be here.
Let's go to crafting. Looking for power armor station. I can build one, but after I build it, can I repair my armor? That's an entirely different question. Okay, that's hurt. That's severely wounded. That's severely wounded. The rest is functional. And that's what I care about at this point. So jump in here, and now I'll check the map. Okay, so north of Hubris Comics. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and pause up the video and get to traveling. I'll bring it back as soon as things get more interesting than just traipsing about. I should go ahead and save real quick though. Why is there a folder laying on my bed? It's weird. That dance. Get out my way. Alright. Bringing it back when it gets interesting. Alright, so I made it about halfway there. Here on the road going in towards downtown Boston. And of course I found a sentry bot friend. Well, not a friend. See if I can take him out without using any of my cannons. Oh, he hurts. Thank you, Dance, for being useful. Whew. So a couple more fusion cores. Some aluminum. That'll be useful. He was guarding this red rocket over here. Kind of makes me want to sweep through real quick and just grab a couple little things out of here of any use if I can find them. Trying to keep my weight low though, because I have a whole dungeon to get through and then I've got to make it back to one of my settlements. Well, thank you, lag, for making things difficult. I guess there wasn't much in here. There was just friggin' sentry bot hanging out for some silly reason. Wonder glue. Any hanging duct tape? Nope. Rat poison. Mr. Handy fuel, and there we go. That's just a nice short little detour, but back on to getting into Boston. It's actually hilarious I made it this far without getting into any fights because, well, from here on out, fights are going to be the norm. Yeah, I should reload that. Okay. And there's one down. Attack dog down. Somebody I just saw up top. They didn't see me though. Alright. And bye. Bye. Oh, you're legendary. It's gonna take a shot or two on you then.
To hell.
I did. But now I've got to figure out how to get up there.
You may have a problem.
I have to figure out how to get up there. I want the legendary, and that's going to be a whole detour thing in it. Is there a way to climb up on the outside here at all? No? Well, then that's that. I don't feel like going through an entire detour. I've already got a long mission to do. That's going to be a pretty long video. And honestly, I'm not really even looting the other guys either. I don't think any of them are using fusion cells or 45 ammo. May as well turn on my light. I'm not stealthing anywhere. Who are you? Raider?
Hold on. I think we're being stalked. Over there!
And now you're dead.
I don't think we're alone.
Dance.
Eliminated.
You are not a window, Dance.
I heard that.
I think this is actually around the combat zone area. I don't know. But now I'm heading this way. Getting closer to Hallucinogen. This is Hubris Comics area. We know this area pretty well. Or at least I do. This is where you come up with Nick after you save him. If you follow him, you're walking down this road. There's some dogs up there to fight. Don't really care. I'm here to get into this place. At the same time, I don't want to mess around and take forever in this
Keep your
place.
safety off. Whoever or whatever created this mess might still be around.
That's weird. I'm able to talk to a raider who's not around here. I'm just going to grab a couple things from these guys, but I believe it's this way. You can go around back. Oh, that was a floor trap. If I take that next level of stealth, floor traps are not a thing I have to worry about. And I'm more used to not having to worry about them. I keep running into that Phantom Raider. That's a Bethesda bug that's been around almost as long as Bethesda games. Almost. So I guess it wasn't this side, or maybe it's further around. There's a back door into Hallucinogen. And that's where I want to go.
Every
It just
map of this
requires
area we've
picking a
covered
lock.
has the common mark with a big red X.
This is the back of the building here. But I'm not seeing the door on this side, so that means it would be on the other side of the building where I came in. Who's that? Super Mutant. I'll just, for the good of the Commonwealth, get rid of him. I've been caught pickpocketing by something that I don't even see or know exists. And somehow I lost my directions for a second. Oh, I don't know how I missed that. So door. Oh, I went too far. Hallucinogen Incorporated. It's master lock, so yeah, it's difficult. Not the most impossible thing though, because I have over 100 bobby pins. Unfortunately, I don't have an auto try like the lockpicking used to have in older Bethesda games. Go ahead and pause this up. Oh,
A
wait.
chemical leak has been
It actually
detected.
loaded pretty quick
Please
this time.
evacuate the building immediately.
So, honestly, I can just come in, grab that, and I'm done. I can leave. I do want to kill some things, though, and get some loot. And this is one of the great things about the targeting HUD. Stealth Boy, yeah, it just doesn't work on you.
Kill!
Fight to the last man!
Who's there?
Ooh, plasma pistol. I will definitely take that. Yeah, I'll just kill a couple of these guys and loot up some stuff and see if I can get a legendary enemy in here
Please
and take them
evacuate
out.
the building.
Oh crap. I forgot about that. I should not have gone in there. This is hilarious. Well, I'll just go ahead and get all this finished off camera, and you have just seen exactly what not to do. So if you like today's video, go ahead and hit the like button. Subscribe down below to keep laughing at me and laughing with me. And until next time, bye.